going to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! Spreadsheets today. Before you're like, what in the world is a Yu-Gi-Oh! Spreadsheet? Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more content. So I want to talk about the hate that I see the community give to these spreadsheets and some of the craziness that comes with this. So what is a Yu-Gi-Oh! Spreadsheet? So Yu-Gi-Oh! Spreadsheets are designed by certain people in the community. They go through, they do 1 card combos, 1.5 card. They go through the entire combo line of a deck coming out or so forth, and they basically create this school plan for you to be able to play the deck. They go through most of the card combos. I'm pretty sure that they take pride in being able to show all of these combos. Over 250 different play lines in order to play the deck. Now, I'm not advertising this. This is something that has existed in the community for a little while. I've seen varying price points for the spreadsheets. It depends on how much information is available. And the way I view this is I don't think of this as any different than buying like a school textbook, for example, out here. Now, I know some people haven't gone to college. I don't understand how much textbooks cost in the modern era, but getting a spreadsheet for $25 with over 250 different combo lines potentially is not that bad, because it's, you're basically, they put all the information in front of you. You just have to learn it. Now, the problem that certain people have in the community with this is they're upset that people are making money off of monopolizing and presenting information. Now, this is no different than a company putting hours and hours of research and development into a subject and, presenting their findings in a way that they're charging you to receive them. Now, obviously, there's not a single goddamn thing stopping you from putting your own time, effort, research into learning these combos without a spreadsheet. There's not a damn thing stopping you. You know what? I said it. There you go. You don't have to, and when these spreadsheets come out, you don't even have to look at them. You don't even have to acknowledge them. You don't even have to know that they exist. But for some reason, I see people going, I can't believe that they're monopolizing this. They're not monopolizing the information. You can go onto YouTube. You can watch hours of content. You can put the deck together yourself. You can playtest hands on EdoPro, Dueling Book, whatever other simulators are out there. You can do all of this testing yourself. Heaven forbid somebody go, well, I don't have 30 hours this week to go learn Blue Eyes combo. But they're like, hey, want to learn the combos. They're more willing to spend that $25. It's a time to ratio presentation. $25 to save 35 hours worth of work to have everything that is good for certain learning styles. It's another thing that we don't really get to equivalate a lot on this channel. There are different learning styles for people. Then, there's some visual learners. There's the hands-on types of learners. There's the learners that go, oh, they just sit there drooling, out their mouth. But, they learn it. Like, I've seen the zombie learners. They can do it. All right. This is geared towards one specific kind of person that, one, doesn't have time and effort to do all the research themselves. And of course, the trade-off also is if you're more of a visual learner, you've got all the information presented in front of you. Well, congratulations. You can learn it all. All right. That's the thing that I don't understand why people get upset. They're like, $25 for this. This is a highway robbery. Well, if they split, 10, 20 hours into this, the reason why I mentioned 35 hours is I believe one of the spreadsheets did take that long, if not more time to put into. And, it's $25. It's not the worst. Like I said, I'm not here to promote this, but I'm here to, go, hey, people go through, they have this whole masterclass thing too. I know there was a very early time in this community where people were making fun of other people wanting to sit down and talk to these pro players and actually, pick their brains and learn from them. And, you know, some people charge a little bit more outrageous prices than others. Some are more tolerable, you know, but I feel like we've kind of taken a little bit of a step back from that with like the casual intermediate side. The casual intermediate side is already imploding in and on itself at this point in time. You know, they're always complaining about something else, but then, you know, when they're presented with an opportunity to, you know, pick a bro's brain, you know, you're booking a session to sit down with them. It's obviously a different story for friends with them, but if you're, you know, I don't mean to be rude, but if you're nobody out here, you know, and you're messaging this person being like, hey, I'd like to pick your brain for a couple hours, you know, unfortunately, their time is money. I really don't think people seem to understand that. If you're a no-name or you have no connection to this person, that person is obligated under no circumstances to dedicate their time to you or, you know, even look at you. I'm sorry to tell you that. That's a very hard thing that in this generation of entitlement that we're seeing out here, that people believe that, you know, they have the ability just to walk up to somebody and do this. No, that's not how that works. You know, and it's all about information at this point in time. We live in a generation where information is king. If somebody has put all this time and effort into making a spreadsheet and they want to sell the course, by all means, who's to stop them? All right, that's as simple. If you want to pay for a course with one of the quote unquote Yu-Gi-Oh pros and learn why they were able to, you know, do what they did, take their masterclass, for example. I know Triff does a lot of work with the masterclass stuff. I've seen it. And, you know, there's going to be a lot of people that, one, are going to be excited to sit down and learn that. Actually pick his brain, understand why the combos are going through the way he is, and for the experience and the time. I could make content like that too. I could lock it behind, you know, channel membership, for example, never release it to the public. That would be something that is highly possible, and that's what you do kind of see with certain people. You know, there are perks to being channel members on other channels. You get that opportunity to actually talk to these people and actually get to learn the info and all the ins and outs and things like that. But, you know, you also need to understand not every, you know, one of these courses or spreadsheets is going to be for you. There are going to be people out here that are going to be like, well, how hard is it to learn Blue Eyes? Well, you know, obviously you got the different Primite builds. And I hate to tell you this, but you've got Dragon Master Magia technology out here as well. You have different play lines that can incorporate with this. You're going to have sample deck list for this. You know, if you're struggling out here to get down the tech choice that you're like, well, you know, I don't really know if I want to play this, you know, you're going to have an idea based on the info presented to you in that to kind of help guide you in a, you know, field of vision of what they're expecting this format to shape up to. I mean, it comes down to, once again, time versus money. Do you think that somebody's hard-earned time and money and research that they put in, the infinite hours of playtesting, the infinite combo lines that they have presented, all of this crazy info, do you think that that is worth a simple $25 price tag? And once again, you deviate and make the decision from there. I just don't understand where all the hate comes from for this. I understand that, you know, $150 for an hour, 2-hour session with a pro Yu-Gi-Oh player, yeah, that's crazy. All right, but if you're a do-it-yourself learner and you see $25, you know, the opportunity to take this course, sit down and learn all these combo lines at my own pace, you know, sure, you can easily do that in your own time. You know, you can do your own research, but if $25 looks like an opportunity or something you would want, yeah, look into this kind of stuff, man. You know, there's nothing wrong with wanting to educate yourself or to save yourself time. Also, somebody's going to look at $25 and they're going to go, well, I make that in an hour, 2 hours. You know, like, I don't really, the price doesn't bother me at all. And that's the thing. I don't get why the community hates players and hates on these resources and tools being available. Should they be free? Well, you spend 100 hours and make something and want to make a little bit of your time back. All right? You spend that much time on these sorts of things. Because I agree. If I'm putting that much time into something, yeah, I want to be making a little bit of money off of it. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. Time is important. I'm not going to spend 100 hours, 35 hours, 25 hours. I'm not going to put all that time into this just to give it to everybody for free. No, that's absurd. And that's crazy. And you've always got the one guy in the back who's like, I'm going to buy the spreadsheet and leak it. I mean, okay, I guess. But, like, that's still still crazy of you to do that, but you know, other people are still are interested in learning. So learning and time, they are very interesting things, and you as a player have to decide how you choose to want to get better. You guys have a good rest of your day, all right? Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.